Can I start a Roth IRA if I don't have any earned income? You can't believe how many times we get that question, because Roth IRAs, most people understand what an IRA is. It's an individual retirement account. But then when you add the word Roth to it, it changes it pretty drastically in the way it's taxed and in the way that you can take the money out. Roth IRAs, you say, well, people come in a lot and they say, well, I wish I'd have started Roths back when I started in my 20s. Well, they weren't available. They weren't available until the late 90s, and then they became, and they were like a weird bird because they were so different, and so not everybody got into them. And then people began to realize as they retired, it'd be nice if all this money that I've saved for retirement wasn't still taxable as regular income. Is there any vehicle in it? Oh yeah, they started a Roth IRA. I believe it was in 1997. Like I said, the late 90s. So they're there, they have been there, and now they're entering into the field of 401ks, where some of you who may be watching this are looking and you're saying, well, I do have a Roth option on my 401k. Now the Roth option is only opposite when it comes to a tax situation. A regular IRA or a regular 401k, you do not pay any tax on the money that goes in there now. But when you take it out, after you put the money in there, it's grown through the years, and then you begin to take it out, it comes out as regular income. I've heard it said you pay tax on the harvest rather than the seed. That's with a regular IRA. On the harvest, they're going to get a big tax boondoggle because they're going to wait for it. I'm talking about Uncle Sam and the government. With a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k, you pay tax now before it goes in. And yeah, it's like, tough to swallow sometimes, but you pay the tax now. It grows without tax for the time that you're saving for retirement. And then guess what? There's no required minimum distribution at any age under current law. There's no required amount that you have to take out. And when you do take it out, it's absolutely, totally, 100%, and I use this word carefully, tax-free. You don't pay tax on it in your lifetime. If you leave that Roth IRA or 401k to a spouse, if you're married, they don't pay tax in their lifetime. And then both of you pass away, or one of you, if you're single, you pass away and leave it to your children, they don't pay tax on it in their lifetime. They do have to take the money out within 10 years. So you say, well, and then people come back and they say, well, I wish I had started one when I was earning income, but I'm now retired and I can't start a Roth IRA. If I had a buzzer, one of those buzzers, that's what I would have right now, because that's not correct. Can you start a Roth IRA even if you don't have any earned income? Well, the answer is a big, and I wanted to make sure and emphasize this in case you can't see this, get a little closer to the screen. Yes, you can start a Roth IRA even if you don't have any income, i.e., if you're in retirement and you're just drawing money from your Social Security or a pension or whatever else you're drawing from. Now, there's some how you fund it if you don't have any income. Well, let me back up a little bit. Talk to those of you who are still working. You can fund it, you can contribute. That's the key word right there. You can contribute, but you must have earned income. I have clients who actually take a part-time job so they can get a W-2 on up to $7,500 each year, just so they can take all of that money and contribute to a Roth. In other words, the key is contribute. You say, I'm not doing that. Stay with me. Just stay with me. If you're under 50, you can contribute $6,500 a year. If you're over 50, you can contribute $7,500 a year. Now let's go back over it. Remember the rules I gave you earlier. You pay the tax on the 75 or the 6,500. You put it into the Roth. It grows without tax. It comes out whenever you want or whenever your family wants after you're gone without tax. Now, how can I get money into it if I'm retired and I don't have income? Well, the C word on that is you need to convert it. You can convert from your regular 401k or your IRA. And here's what you do. Currently, you can convert any amount that you want to convert. And what you have to do is you have to pay the tax on it. So it's in the IRA, it's in the 401k regular, and you want to get it into a Roth where it grows and comes out without tax. A good idea. Not all at the same time. We call it harvesting it out. Okay? All of our advisors at Mosley Wealth Management can walk anybody through this. And you want to harvest it out each year, pay the tax on it, and convert that IRA or 401k by paying the tax on it, and you can put it any amount right now. No limit like the contributions. The conversion is any amount I say that you can stomach the taxes on. You can get from your regular IRA to your 401 to the Roth IRA, from your regular 401k to the Roth IRA. You would want to move it into a Roth IRA. You can do it with IRAs. You can do it with SEP IRAs. You can do it with simple IRAs. You can do it with 401ks, 403bs, 457s. I feel like Forrest Gump, you know, when they're talking about shrimp, sauteed shrimp, you know, boiled shrimp, you know, and they go through all of that list. Anything that you've got in a tax-deferred account, you can convert rather to the Roth by paying the tax on it and getting that behind you. So it's really important that you understand. You can also do it with your lump sum pensions, because what you do with a lump sum pension is you roll it out into a regular IRA because you don't want to do it all the same time. And then you just systematically harvest it out according to your tax bracket over a period of time, and you move it, you convert it from the IRA you've set up that's going to house that lump sum pension option, and you're going to convert it into a Roth IRA so that the tax is behind you. The tax is gone. The big question is, do you think taxes are going to be higher in the future or lower in the future? If you think they're going to be lower in the future, call me, let me know. We'll get you help, because you'll be the only person I've ever talked to in 15 or 20 years that thinks they're going to be lower in the future than they are right now, especially with a $32 trillion debt and spending money hand over fist, and you understand the situation. Probably higher in the future. That's the motivation for wanting to pay the tax on it now rather than wait to pay the tax on it later. So just to show you two more rules. If you haven't started a Roth, if you started a Roth, great, because the 5-year rule is already ticking. But there's a 5-year rule for your gains, in that you cannot take the gains out of a Roth IRA for 5 years. There's also, if you're under 59 and a half and you're going to do this conversion, you can't pay the tax by withholding it. You've got to take the whole amount out of your 401k or your IRA if you're under 59 and a half. Don't want to get technical, but I want to make sure you see this. But you need to pay the tax from somewhere else, like a savings account or an after-tax account. Because if you take that tax out, the money out, and withhold it to pay tax on the conversion, if you're under 59 and a half, is all the people I'm talking to. That's all I'm talking to right now. You cannot withhold the tax, or you'll get penalized on that tax because you're taking it out before 59 and a half. Hey, you need more information on this? Contact us. You can send your questions to info@mosleywealthmanagement.com. You can call us at 714-421-4288. Be careful. This is like the old Western where they needed nitroglycerin up in the hills and they put it on a wagon. It can really do whatever you want it to do when you get it up in the hills and you want to blow a hole in something, but it can blow a hole in you on the way doing it if you're not careful. So you need to have some guidance and some help as you go through. Remember, the question we've answered in this is, can I start a Roth if I don't have any earned income? You can start one. You can't contribute to it without earned income, but you can convert all you want into it. Hey, if you like this, hit the subscribe button so that you'll get all of our podcasts and all of our YouTubes, and you'll be a member. Join us, subscribe to us, do all of those things, and tell somebody about us. We'd love to help you in any way we can.